today. From MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Bridgewater into the hands of Patrick left side.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Bridgewater. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Now Gordon on first down. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. From the gun, Bridgewater. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
And the Broncos expected big things out of Jerry Jeudy, their #1 pick in 2020. But he really had to make a jump with the injury to Cortland Sutton. Almost 900 yards last year. A nice grab there.
Darnay Holmes, the one to bring him down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Bridgewater finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 22-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Bridgewater now for Gordon on the draw. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on them.
Touchdown, Broncos! Jerry Jeudy, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Giants ready to go to work on offense, and leading them out, their third-year quarterback from Duke, Daniel Jones.
I still remember when he was drafted, there was a little bit of controversy about how high he was selected by the New York Giants, but his talents were revealed. He can make every throw in the book. Surprisingly good athlete. As long as he takes care of the football, doesn't turn it over, he can really make plays.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
And no one happier to see that than the Giants fans themselves. Saquon Barkley was used a lot his rookie year, 91 catches, which was a record for NFL rookies. That fell off to 52 in 2019. And then, of course, the injury in Week 2 at Chicago last year prevented him from reaching those heights.
Now Jones. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he's brought down. And we pause a moment here because wide receiver Kenny Golladay still down. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. Headed 2nd down. 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Throwing Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point try good by Gano. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack. Hold. Up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. That's out to the flat for Gordon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Dexter Lawrence in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. Now here's Ross. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. And that catch number 100 for his young career. And remember, only in his 2nd season, the future bright. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Barkley, a first down and more. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory. Down at the 33. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this is incomplete. Kadarius Toney, his intended target. But it's going to be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. There's the first NFL catch for Kadarius Toney. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 21. Jones finding Toney for a Giants first down.
The Giants were able to trade back with Chicago and still land speedster Kadarius Toney with a 20th overall pick. This young flash out of Florida should help a Giants offense that was 31st in the NFL last year. And young quarterback Daniel Jones, he needs a target who can move the ball downfield. Toney excels at making guys miss in the open field, has a great change of pace, and picks up a first down with that catch.
52 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. Back to throw. Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. Off the play fake. Jones. And it's caught. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton from 19 yards away. And the Giants have taken the lead.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score?
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of. Bounds. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Ross on the return. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. First down Giants. Jones to Ingram.
And we always say, and I absolutely believe it, Evan Ingram is a wide receiver in a tight end's frame. 63 catches last year, en route to his first Pro Bowl nomination.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd and 12, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Booker from the pistol. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it. And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often.
That's to Galladay, and he's got it. Touchdown, New York. Kenny Galladay there to make the grab. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1. Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going. They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of first downs. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught. They'll run on first down. Barkley might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A handoff to Barkley. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And that is incomplete. And the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Gano's kick is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it? It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal. Now Cortland Sutton and the rest of the offense getting ready for their next drive. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry. And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried, because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out. Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. Bridgewater finding Judy there for the Bronco first. First down, Bridgewater. That's checked down to Gordon. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sutton. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Bridgewater to throwing. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Oh, now Miller slow in getting up. He's still down on the ground. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. And he spikes it to stop the clock, and now if they choose, they'll have a chance at maybe a long field goal try here just before the break. Kick is right through, and that will do it for this first half. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. Jones and the Giants now with 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 63 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Here's Tony on the quick slant. And some space here. Touchdown, Giants! Kadarius Toney with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Giants are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
He went all the way into the end zone. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Time to take a glance into what we've seen so far from Teddy Bridgewater. And maybe he started. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Patrick. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down. Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there are more people there to get him down.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Possession switching back to the New York Giants, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Touchdown! Kenny Galladay, 78 yards. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big...
Now Barkley stripped of the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Touchdown, Broncos! Noah Fant, 72 yards. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Oh, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
Kenny Golladay making his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game of the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here. Third quarter, we'll see what else he has. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Von Miller. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. And
Bronco fans have to be so excited because Von Miller missed 2020 with an ankle injury, suffered just days before the season opener. An 8-time Pro Bowler, the all-time sack leader for the Broncos, and the active leader in the NFL. They are happy to welcome him back.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Back to throw. Jones. He's got Slayton on the slant. That'll be a gain of 16. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Leaping, and he makes the grab. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. On 1st down, Barkley. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
77 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Jones to Galladay there for a Giant first. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Looking to throw. Jones. This is caught. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Gano the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. A 10-play drive that time, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos.
And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he's got the first down here and then some, but a penalty flag down. This could very well be coming back. Garrett Bowles, 2nd-team All-Pro last year, guilty there. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Throwing, Bridgewater. Open man, he completes it to Judy. Throwing again on 2nd down. Bridgewater.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Escaping the pressure right. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Here's Bridgewater. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Lorenzo Carter able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Going right back to Fant. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They're going to run. This is Gordon. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Lorenzo Carter. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Desperation time. 4th down. Bridgewater. He's going to let this one go deep. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Gano for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
Back to it after the pick 6. Bridgewater. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. To throw is Bridgewater. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 91 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. 45's the mic. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the
On 2nd and 7, Jones. Out to the right here to Shepard.
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
Back to throw. Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Catch made by Slayton. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll run on first down. Gordon. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Now a throw here, hauled in, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Here's Bridgewater. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Throwing is Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Judy. And out of bounds right around the 20. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. Bridgewater to Fant. 1st down Broncos.
And if Noah Fant keeps making catches like that, it might not be too long till we say he's one of the top 5 tight ends in football. When he was drafted, that was the expectation.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And again, it's Bridgewater. That's complete. Okuribuna. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. To throw, Bridgewater. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And McManus able to put it through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Giants, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on Washington. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.